Hey, yo, it's Guido coming at you with a Tactics Talk. Thanks for tuning in. I always appreciate your support. Loaded in here to Westfield in my M4190 GF German Tier 8 Premium Light Tank. A fantastic scout. The Black Dog, and one of the old Grand Finals versions of a tank. And it is a German Scout, American design kind of idea. You can see that I have spawned in the southwest, down in the hole on Westfield. So this is an interesting map. Based on the spawns are widely separated. The red side has the same issue, and you will see that I ask the mediums up top don't go south. It's useless. Let's talk about that for a minute. This is one of the few maps where I'll actually ever say anything on deployment, because for my money you've got to win up north. If you win up north, I am going to go out on a limb and say 80% of the time you win this game. Sometimes a hard push down here will come around and flank, but that means usually that this has been stalemated up here. If you get enough tanks up here and win this early, you own this map because you have the whole high ground, and then you can worry about finding where these guys are down here. What usually ends up happening is some mediums and lights go here and they play punchy face across this kind of long range fight, and usually there's nothing decisive going on down here. Meanwhile, this fight up here is what matters. So the critical terrain is around the C2, C3 area along these hills. Because it's a 357 and I'm top tier, I figure if I'm going to have anything to do with winning this game, it's going to be up here, even though this is typically considered the heavy brawling area. We're going to call this one Yes I Am. Yes I Am. And I'll tell you why in just a minute when we get to it. Now I write in here, puppies misunderstand this map worse than just about any of them. And I think that's true. Now, should I use the pejorative of puppies? No, I shouldn't be doing that. But I did, and there you have it. I make mistakes too. Alright, so we got two heavies here. I'm going to shoot the Black Prince in the face. Not really a great idea. I do have my heat going on. But I've got two heavies here I've got to deal with. I've got an 01. The Churchill's helping me. I've got the Easy 8. There goes their Cromwell. The T-28 is supporting us up above. Now, the Black Prince has moved forward. And you can see that he can no longer take a shot on me because of that hill. So I understand that. And I know the IS-2 is still there. So I'm looking for him to see if I can't just poke him in the face. That works out nicely right there. I'm watching the T-29. You'll notice that when I'm driving scouts, the camera work is rather frantic. I'm looking every direction. That T-29, if he comes up to the top, has good depression and could be trouble. I notice the IS-2 is not looking at me, so he's just going to continue to take heat in the face right there. And I'll come in here for this nice kill shot, and no, it'll go right over him. But I realized something at this point. We have these guys on the ropes. We've got a lot of small tanks that can move in on them. We need to get rid of this Black Prince. Why? Because once we can take care of him, our flank is secure, and we can now all turn and face these guys and start taking them on. Right now, it's a bit of an envelopment. We have to worry from multiple directions. Let's remove one direction of fire. So I'll come around here. I'll shoot him. Trying to get, for some reason I stop right there, and that was a bad idea. An auto aim shot, again a bad idea. Finally a good idea. I'm using the Dead Hulk to keep this guy from shooting me. Pop out. He's just getting hammered and he ends up dying. And I get lucky, the Scorpion G tracks me. He's probably cursing right now. Nothing ventured, nothing gained. I know that the T-29 is the next thing we've got to get rid of. He's the one anchoring their defense right in there, along with that Bat Chat. So I'll come in and pop him. Now I know that ridge is there, so I just back. Hopefully he's not on a reload, and once I can tell his turret can no longer hit me, I'm safe. That worked out, and I see someone behind me. So let's deal with this guy, who's doing what we were doing to them. He's trying to change the fight a little bit. To no avail. He goes down hard. And now I need to find that T-29. Now I don't want to go blitzing in quite yet, because I know I'm still lit from the Bat Chat 12T. Ah, there's the T-29. He's up higher on the hill, so I don't have to worry about him. In fact, I can move up here and take a shot on his side. And I'm being careful about not highlighting myself too much, because I know that 34-100 is sitting down there. So let's get rid of this T-29. He's the threat for the moment. He decides the best plan for him is just to push up and over, because he keeps getting shot from multiple directions. I start working on him. I check on the T-29, and as I figured, the 01 took care of that guy. Why? Because he's going to be shooting HE, and that T-29 had very few hit points. Should have led that guy a little bit. Unfortunately, I don't kill him with that shot. And now I'm going to come up here and I take him down. So we have won the high ground. And guess what? Look what's going on down in the southeast. Exactly what I said. A few mediums and lights playing punchy face at medium to long distance. Start cleaning these guys up. The Thunderbolt is down in there fighting his best. He ends up dying. And as soon as he dies, he comes to the... What do you think? What do you think he does? He's probably angry, a little mad about dying. I'll take out that Cromwell. There it is. Die, Uniscum, Dur! Exclamation point. I'm not sure what Dur was supposed to be. I'm assuming he was talking to me, but I'm busy fighting. He's not happy. He went down into the town, took on 2 mediums, and ended up dying. You can see that guy working him. So now I've got to work around the edges of this fight. Options are to go raging down here, but I know there's a Scorp involved somewhere, and the last thing I want to do is get hammered by that Scorpion, lose half my hit points or more, and now my effectiveness is decreased. Right now I can take a hit, and if I have to take on one of the smaller tanks, I have a better chance of brawling with one of them. But the Scorpion can change that calculus pretty much immediately with a shot, and he was last seen running off this way. Either he's in one of these bushes here, potentially, which is what I'm looking for right now. That's why I let my Binocs cook. Or he went way back in the corner, or now, by now, he's probably maybe working his way up on the edge. So he's back in there somewhere. And if I get lit, I'm going to be shot at. So I'm going to carefully move my way up. I am looking for him if I can. See if we can find him here. And the rest of our tanks are doing fine. We've got the Bulldog and the T-34 over there, and now our 01 is hey diddle diddle right up the middle. Not really recommended. And now he's backing up. Whether he was seen or what happened there, I'm not sure. And I'll head back over to the middle. So I've got to be careful working this ridge. We won this, like I said, and we have a good situation, right? We own all this high ground, but what we don't want to do is get highlighted along here by guys like him who are up close, who can light us, and then we get shredded by the dudes hanging out up here in the bushes. That's the one danger of working this. So I've got to, as a scout, find a way. Look at that. The G just killed the 01, so he was over there somewhere. T-28 is trundling down that way. Can't help you, buddy. We have to get rid of guys like him who are lighting everything. Fortunately, what I would have liked to have done right there instead of go all the way around to the right is I should have just gone forward and tucked in up under this little ridge right here. But as it is, I eat a couple shots here. I'm trying to get away. Please don't hit me. I'm still lit, probably need to get another lucky shot in there, and now I am moving around a little bit more. And we've got to find our way in there. Look at our T-28. T-28 is just highlighted over on that ridge over there. Just hanging out, shooting at things. 3045 got our 4503. Our 3045M got the Bulldog, which is good because initially I was running back this way just to make sure we can clean up the guys in the southeast. But now we've got one of them lit, and there's only 3 others. I sort of know where the Scorpion is and the Type 64 are. There goes one of them. So now, weight of guns and the fact that we have them cornered into about 1/5 of the map should start to work in our favor. And unfortunately, I already let it go, but you may have seen it. If you back up, you will see where our favorite player, I won't say his name, he's on the forums quite a bit, asked me if I was going to dominate or something like that and a-hole the bad guy team. At which point, I get the title of this one, Yes, I Am. That was exactly my plan. 3,400 damage, working around the edges. I know that Comet is in there somewhere, and of course I also know the big fat kid is in there somewhere as well. Comet's making a run for it, probably trying to get some lights for his buddy, the big bad Scorpion. Get a shot off, there's one on him. Scorpion's lit. Scorpion takes out our Churchill. Let's get rid of his eyes right here. Don't let the Comet get away. I'm lit now. And he is gone. Now we know the Scorp is. Right here, what I should have done is just, because I had 700 hit points, I should have just raged down the hill. I probably would have taken a hit. But using the buildings, I might have been able to get up near him and get a little bit closer. As it is, I'm just sort of pussyfooting around here a little bit. T-28 still alive, pushing down. Ah, there's the Scorp. I'll just come down here and get a shot. Hey, what's stopping me? Oh, dummy, you're running into a dead tank. Still okay. Oh, what's going on? I can't do it right. Miss. No. Huh. More than likely he's going to back up to where I can get a shot, and there he goes. T-28 gets the kill. 4,411. The answer to his question, am I going to run around and a-hole the enemy team, is yes, I am. That was the plan for this map on Westfield. I always say it, and I'll continue to say it unless the map changes at some point. This is the critical terrain right here. I will be working on a map series where I discuss things like that and get a little more into depth, but as we go in passing, while I do these replay analyses, I will discuss where those points are, and right here on this map, that is one of them. Supporting positions down along here for both sides can be important. You do need at least screeners down here to keep a large push to come around the corner, or at least to let you see a large push come around the corner. But critical terrain is absolutely here first, and then move around as I described and showed you. I hope you liked what you saw. I hope you learned something. If you did, make sure you subscribe, and we will see you.